Welcome to our deep dive into the August 25, 2026 news brief. We're looking at this wild collision of global friction, domestic politics, and the massive AI boom.
Yeah, it's a lot to unpack today.
It really is. So let's just jump right in. The U.S. just threatened massive secondary sanctions on Iran's oil network, and Iran immediately threatened retaliation in the Gulf.
Right.
So why did global oil prices, I mean specifically Brent crude, the global benchmark, why did it just drop to a one-week low?
I know, when you look at those oil prices falling to like $91.82 a barrel, it seems completely counterintuitive.
Yeah.
But markets are essentially giant expectation engines. You know, traders had been actively pricing in direct military strikes.
Oh, I see.
So when the U.S. opted for secondary sanctions instead, these are designed to penalize third-party businesses or countries like Singapore-based well-bred capital for trading with Tehran. The market saw an economic weapon, not a military one.
So it's like bracing for a Category 5 hurricane and only getting a heavy thunderstorm.
Exactly. The immediate panic subsides.
But I have to push back here. Because the structural risk of living on the coast, or in this case, relying on Middle East oil, it's still there. Right? I mean, nearly half the world's oil comes from conflict zones right now. And we're seeing record low transits in the Strait of Hormuz. Doesn't that make this market relief incredibly fragile?
It's totally walking on eggshells. The underlying supply risks haven't vanished at all.
Yeah.
You still have drone strikes damaging Russian refineries and tankers actively avoiding major transit routes. The market is just reacting to the fact that the absolute worst-case scenario didn't materialize today.
Right. And that global supply chain fragility is about to hit a wall of domestic volatility.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Because the government is making administrative moves that are going to send shockwaves through the labor and consumer markets simultaneously.
Right.
We've got the Supreme Court backing the Trump administration on mail voting restrictions ahead of the midterms. And concurrently, federal officials are prepping a mass visa revocation.
Right, which could target up to 200,000 foreign nationals. Which isn't just a political maneuver. I mean, it's an immediate economic constraint.
Oh, so?
Well, if you pull 200,000 visas, you instantly drain talent from sectors that are already struggling to staff up.
Oh, wow.
Particularly in tech and manufacturing. And you're doing this exactly as the U.S. escalates a high-stakes trade war with Canada.
Right. The threat of a 50% tariff on Canadian cars and trucks and parts by January 1st.
Yeah.
With Canada prepping retaliatory tariffs by September 8th.
Exactly.
So if a 50% tariff actually hits Canadian auto parts, how quickly does that cascade down to the sticker price on a car lot in Ohio?
Oh, faster than most consumers realize.
Really?
Yeah, the supply chain mechanism here isn't just about paying more at the border, it's about margin collapse. Auto manufacturers operate on incredibly thin margins.
Right.
So if a core component doubles in cost overnight, they can't just absorb it.
They pass it on.
Exactly. They immediately freeze hiring, they hoard existing inventory, and they pass that cost directly to the consumer.
Wow.
So that new truck you were planning to buy next year suddenly jumps thousands of dollars in price.
So we have a fragile energy market, sudden labor constraints from visa revocations, and a looming spike in consumer goods.
The lot.
It's a ton, yet operating right in the middle of this economic friction is a tech sector acting like money is completely free.
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking at NVIDIA expecting quarterly revenue approaching $92 billion.
It's staggering.
And to actually build out this AI infrastructure, U.S. tech companies have taken on $220 billion in debt just in 2026 alone. How is that kind of leverage sustainable in this environment?
Well, it requires corporate technology buyers to show immediate, measurable returns on this AI investment.
Right.
They are borrowing against the future at an unprecedented scale, basically hoping productivity gains outpace the debt.
Right. But the friction isn't just economic, is it?
No, not at all. They are building this physical infrastructure while the very nature of the software is under immense scrutiny.
Exactly. I mean, OpenAI just launched ChatGPT for teens with specific age-appropriate safeguards.
Yeah.
While Meta is in the middle of a trial defending its engagement algorithms against claims they knowingly harm younger users.
Right.
It feels like we're building a multi-billion-dollar bullet train while still trying to invent the brakes.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And the people trying to build those brakes are actively waving red flags.
Are they?
Oh, yeah. Regulators are watching companies like OpenAI and Anthropic report containment failures during their own controlled security testing.
Wow.
The innovation is moving so fast, that the safety protocols, the brakes in your analogy, are fundamentally failing to keep up with the speed of the engine.
So we're looking at a serious collision course here. On one side, you have massive state power exerting control through sanctions and tariffs and immigration shifts.
Yeah.
On the other, a borderless tech boom fueled by $250 billion of debt.
It's wild.
Which brings me to a detail from the briefing that I just can't shake. A Pew survey just found that 40% of American adults expect AI to cause more harm than benefit over the next 2 decades.
Wow. 40%?
40%. So what happens when a $220 billion heavily leveraged AI expansion collides head-on with growing public skepticism? If we're building that bullet train without brakes, how long until the passengers decide they want off?